institutions' perspectives. And welcome back to the stage. It now belongs to Group 3, the representatives of schools' councils.
Good afternoon, everyone, and we are Team 3. And today we are going to present the school's perspective, and we hope that you will enjoy our speech. Okay, so as the first person of Team 3, I will bring to you the context of the forum today. As AI tools become popular over the world and people are working and studying faster than ever, it is reported by CNBC that less than 20% high school students said that they had never used ChatGPT before, or you may encounter some conversations in daily life, such as, have you done your homework yet? Oh, I just put that on ChatGPT. Or you may find some assignments that have the same writing styles because they all ask ChatGPT to help them out. And that raises a lot of concerns for us as schools and teachers. Next, I will characterize some stakeholders in this forum. The first one is AI. AI can provide us quick answers, and that can impact the users' patience and also their thinking process. The next stakeholders is schools. School. Firstly, we want to nurture the uniqueness of each student, and we want to provide them the true meaning of study. And secondly, we want to set rules and educational policies that can create equal and disciplined environment. And thirdly, we want to ensure that the rights of the school, teachers, and students are protected. And the next stakeholders are high school students. So you know that the students, the high school students, they are often from the 15 to 18 years old, and at this age they really want to explore more about the modern technology. So it is very easy for them to get used to the AI tools such as ChatGPT. And secondly, they often experience some shyness, or they will be afraid of asking everyone for their help or advice. So instead of having face-to-face conversations with their teachers or friends, they prefer to use the AI to give them some advice or suggestions, and then they will gradually be over-reliant on ChatGPT, on AI tools, and that can and after that they can be negatively impacted. And coming to this forum, we Team 3, we have two ultimate goals. The first, we do not against the presence of the AI tools, and we do believe that AI tools is beneficial for people. However, the high school students should not be allowed to use AI in an unrestricted and unmonitored way. And secondly, we want to bring the best for the students and also the teachers. Thank you.
First point, we believe that permitting unrestricted use of AI in high school will normalize behaviors among students. So imagine that when students use AI to do their homework, they get the answers for instant, within seconds, right? Maybe that they are not giving credit to those answers. And if they are fortunate enough, they will get good grades thanks to such answers. And gradually, this will form a mindset that it is totally fine and acceptable to achieve good grades without even putting in the efforts at all. So this bad habit just doesn't stop there. This will spill in all the aspects of life, such as workplaces or colleges, in which being honest is really crucial. So talking about the consequences, academically, if a student gets caught cheating during exam, they may be banished, or even in the worst case, especially in elite schools, in which being honest is really important, they may be even expelled from those schools. And and in the professional world, if a worker copy other works, or they just fake all of their CV, the professional forms that you apply into those companies, maybe that they cannot get those jobs, and maybe that this just will ruin the job reputation of them, and it's really hard for them to get like a higher rank in the job. So that's my first point.
Okay, so my point is, as a teacher, my primary concern is how this reliance on AI can erode cognitive thinking, a skill that is fundamental not only to academic success but also to navigate life itself. And allowing students to use AI in an unrestricted way or an unmonitored way can undermine the very purpose of education, which is develop the ability to think independently. So critical thinking, first of all, requires students to analyze problems, question assumptions, and synthesize information into coherent arguments. And when students rely on AI tools, they just bypass all the cognitive processes, like I have mentioned before. And a 2023 study by Stanford University found that students who relied on AI have experienced a lower critical thinking skill, and they take more time to struggle to defend their arguments when they are questioned. And this suggests a dangerous dependency that inhibits their intellectual growth. And the long-term consequences are significant. If students fail to develop this skill, they will find it really hard to be within higher education or in the job market, where independent thought, creativity, and problem solving are really crucial. The short-term convenience of AI is vastly outweighed by the long-term harm to the student's intellectual abilities. And the education goal is not to complete assignment efficiently, but to build mind that can think independently, as I mentioned before. And the erosion of critical thinking in high school could lead to a future workforce with ill-equipped employment to handle the complexity of the modern world, of all the tasks that they are given at hand. Okay, thank you for listening.
So equality is prioritized by schools to create a just and transparent learning environment for all students, because it ensures that every student, regardless of their socio-economic background, has the same opportunities to learn and to succeed. However, we believe that AI-powered learning tools such as ChatGPT will lead to inequality among high school students. The first thing that we want to mention is the digital divide. While the overall internet penetration in Vietnam is comparatively high, there's still a digital divide, especially between the rural and the urban areas. According to Asian Development Bank institutions, there are nearly 2,000 localities in Vietnam still lack internet connectivity in 2023. And students in the underdeveloped areas will face challenge in approaching AI applications such as ChatGPT. And therefore, the gap between them and those who have adequate approach is widened. In the worst case scenario, students might feel timid about their financial situation since they cannot afford digital device which support the learning that others have. The presence of financial insecurity can lead to self-isolation among underprivileged students and can negatively impact their academic performance. Second, we want to mention unrecognized efforts. We know that inequality can also exist when a student's original work is incorrectly labeled as AI's work. We know that text matching software not only does not find all plagiarism, but furthermore will sometimes incorrectly detect the original one as a plagiarism. It would be unequal for an honest student to be accused of this misconduct, and this would potentially diminish their motivation because they realize that not all of their efforts are appreciated appropriately, and their overall learning experience also starts to suffer. Thank you.
So our team also believes that allowing high school students to use AI in their study will negatively affect the teacher-student connection. So as our first member, Thu Thủy, mentioned, high schoolers are eager to explore technology and they often feel shy to ask questions because they fear that they might bother people. So they tend to use AI for their question. They can just copy and paste their question in the chat box and then the answer will immediately pops up. So students tend to ask teacher fewer questions and the frequency and the quality of the face-to-face meeting with their teachers will decrease. So this reduction in personal interaction has serious consequences in the long run. It will weaken the bond between teachers and students that develops through meaningful conversation and mentorship support, and it also makes the educational experience feel more dry and transactional. So according to ResearchGate, 55% of the students engaged in the survey reported that they didn't communicate with their teacher as much as before the time they use AI. Furthermore, after a long time, lack of communication between teachers and students will also cause students to have psychological problems because they don't have a trusted advisor who are teachers to share their feelings and their personal problems, leading to psychological illnesses or even distorted thinking. So, although letting high students use AI in their study may have some benefits, we still believe that the negative impacts are more concerning. Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about teachers' role. As for me, I think that it's very difficult for teachers to control students' behavior or their studies when the students keep using AI or ChatGPT in class. As now there is no clear guidance or policy for teachers on how to control the students' use of AI in the class. Now AI has also developed so fast, far more than the teachers' understanding about it, and why students keep misuse of AI in the classroom. So besides, now high school students also, high school teachers are also required to follow highly structured program at school, and they do not have enough time to teach the students how to use AI properly in their work or in their study. And in a class, there are in a high school class now there are many students in a class ranging from 30 to 50 students. So the teachers cannot control all the use of AI of the students. And so because of that, the connection between teachers and students will increasingly diminish as the teachers still struggle to keep pace with technological advancements while the students keep misuse AI in their learning, and the gap between them will be widened. And so to address this problem, some schools in many countries even now ban students from bringing phones to school. For example, according to the Straits Times, an article in Singapore published on August 2024, schools in Singapore now even impose phone bans to reduce distractions and rekindle social interaction. So while using AI for learning can be beneficial, I believe students should engage with it at home. In the classroom, they should focus on the lectures and insights knowledge provided by their teachers to absorb them and enhance their communication skills with both educators and their peers. Thank you.
To use the AI tools have some of the merits. The first one, it weakens the students' ability to think and to engage in the original thought, as long as it supports the dishonesty in school. Secondly, AI tools will create inequality environments for students. And the last one, AI tools can loosen the connection between the teachers and friends. And for all that reasons, we think that high school students should not be allowed to use the AI tools for their studies. And thank you all for your listening. All of your questions are welcome.